Can a machine outthink a human in the game of kings? The chessboard has always been a battlefield of human minds. For centuries it was a place where intellect and strategy reigned supreme. People believed the best human chess players were unbeatable. They thought no machine could ever match human creativity. Then a new kind of challenger appeared. This challenger was not human, it was made of silicon and code. Artificial intelligence, or AI, stepped onto the chess scene. It was ready to test the limits of human skill. The idea of a machine playing chess was once science fiction. Chess is a game of almost endless possibilities. There are more possible moves than atoms in the universe. How could a machine grasp such vastness? How could it feel the flow of the game? These were the questions on everyone's lips. The arrival of AI in chess was not just about a game, it was about intelligence itself. It challenged what we thought it meant to think. This new contest between humans and AI sparked great excitement. It also caused some worry. If a machine could beat us at chess, what else could it do? Could it outthink us in other areas too? The chess world watched with bated breath. Human versus machine, intuition versus processing power. The story of AI in chess is a fascinating one. The dream of a chess-playing machine is not new. It goes back many years. Even before computers existed, people imagined mechanical players. In the 18th century, a famous machine called the Turk amazed audiences. It seemed to play chess on its own. Of course, the Turk was a clever trick. There was a human chess master hidden inside. But the fascination was real. People wanted to see if a machine could truly master the game. This desire fueled early computer scientists and programmers. They saw chess as a perfect challenge for their new inventions. In the 1950s, the first real chess programs started to appear. These were very basic by today's standards. Computers were large and slow. Programming was difficult. The early programs could only play very simple chess. They might look ahead only one or two moves. They made many mistakes. Human players could beat them easily. But these were important first steps. Scientists like Alan Turing and Claude Shannon wrote papers. They outlined ideas on how a computer could be programmed to play chess. They laid the groundwork for everything that came later. As computers became more powerful, so did the chess programs. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, progress was steady. The gap was closing. The 1990s marked a huge leap for AI in chess. This was the decade when the world truly took notice. The focus was on a machine developed by IBM. That machine was called Deep Blue. Its goal was ambitious. It was designed to challenge the reigning human world chess champion. At that time, the champion was Garry Kasparov. He was widely considered one of the greatest players of all time. The idea of a machine beating Kasparov seemed incredible to many. It was the ultimate test of human intellect against artificial intelligence. The first famous match between Kasparov and Deep Blue took place in 1996. Kasparov won that match. He showed his amazing skill and deep understanding of chess. But Deep Blue also won a game in that match. This was a historic moment. It was the first time a reigning world champion had lost a game to a computer under standard tournament conditions. It sent a clear signal. AI was getting very strong. The team at IBM learned a lot from this match. We went back and worked hard to improve Deep Blue. The rematch happened in 1997. This was the event that truly shook the chess world. Deep Blue had been upgraded. It was faster, it could calculate more deeply. The match was incredibly tense. How does a machine like Deep Blue actually play chess? It's not magic. It's based on clever programming and immense computing power. Early chess AI and even Deep Blue relied heavily on something called a search algorithm. The most common one is the minimax algorithm. Imagine the computer is thinking about its next move. For every possible move it could make, it thinks about how its opponent might respond. Then it thinks about its own next response, and so on. It creates a tree of possible future game positions. This is like looking ahead. The minimax algorithm tries to find the best possible move. It assumes the AI wants to maximize its score, and it assumes the opponent wants to minimize the AI's score, hence, minimax. But the number of possible moves in chess is enormous. A computer cannot look at every single possibility until the end of the game. So, programmers use techniques to make the search more efficient. One important technique is called alpha-beta pruning. This method cleverly cuts off branches of the search tree that are not promising. It saves a lot of calculation time. Besides searching, the AI needs a way to judge how good a chess position is. This is done using an evaluation function. The neural net revolution, AI, learns like a child. After Deep Blue, AI chess development continued. For a while the focus remained on improving search algorithms and evaluation functions. Engines like Stockfish, Komodo, and Houdini became incredibly strong. They use similar principles to Deep Blue but with more refined techniques and faster hardware. They were available on personal computers. They became essential training tools for human chess players. These engines were dominant. They seemed to represent the peak of AI chess for many years. They were built on human program knowledge and brute force search. Then, a new approach emerged. This approach was based on machine learning, specifically deep neural networks. Google's DeepMind team developed a program called AlphaZero. AlphaZero learned to play chess in a completely different way. It was not given any human chess knowledge. It didn't have an evaluation function programmed by humans. Instead, it was only told the rules of chess. Then it played millions and millions of games against itself. Through this process of self-play, it learned. AI on the attack strengths of the digital mind. Artificial intelligence brings incredible strengths to the chessboard. Perhaps its most obvious advantage is raw calculation power. Modern chess AIs can analyze millions, even billions of positions per second. This is far beyond what any human mind can achieve. They can look many moves ahead in the game with near-perfect accuracy. This means they are extremely good at tactics. They rarely miss a winning combination or fall for a simple trap. If there is a forced checkmate in 10 moves, the AI will likely find it. This computational depth is a massive asset. Another key strength of AI is its lack of emotion and fatigue. A human player can get tired during a long match. They can become stressed or frustrated. These emotions can affect their judgment and lead to mistakes. An AI does not have these problems. It plays with the same level of precision in the first hour as it does in the fifth. It doesn't get nervous in a critical position. The human element strengths and struggles of grandmasters. Human grandmasters, despite the rise of AI, still possess remarkable abilities. One of their greatest strengths is intuition and deep understanding. Top human players have a feel for the game that is hard to quantify. They can sense subtle shifts in the position. They can understand complex strategic ideas without calculating every single variation. This intuition is built up over years of study, practice, and playing thousands of games. It allows them to navigate positions where pure calculation is not enough. They can feel the right path forward. Creativity is another hallmark of human chess champions. Humans can come up with surprising moves and original plans. They can set clever traps that are not just tactical, but also psychological. They can adapt their style of play based on their opponent or the situation in the match. This flexibility and ability to think outside the box can sometimes trouble even the strongest AIs. Human players can aim for positions that are strategically complex and messy. In such positions, an AI's calculation advantage might be less decisive. Clash of Titans, psychology and strategy in live play. When a human grandmaster sits down to play against a top AI, it's more than just a game of moves. It's a fascinating clash of different intelligences. Psychology plays a huge role, especially for the human player. Knowing you are facing an opponent that calculates millions of moves per second can be intimidating. The human might feel immense pressure to play perfectly. Any small mistake could be ruthlessly punished. This can lead to a more cautious, perhaps even fearful style of play, or it might inspire the human to take more risks, trying to create chaos. Strategic preparation is also critical. Human players study the AI's games extensively. They look for any patterns or potential weaknesses in the AI's style. They might try to steer the game into positions where human intuition and long-term planning are more valuable than raw calculation. For example, they might aim for closed positions with complex pawn structures, or they might try to create situations where the AI's evaluation function might be less accurate. Beyond checkmate, our future with intelligent machines. The story of AI versus humans in chess is far from over. It has evolved. While top AIs are now stronger than the best human players, this doesn't mean the end of human chess. In fact, AI has become an invaluable tool for human players. Grandmasters use chess engines to train, to analyze their games, and to explore new opening ideas. AI helps humans to understand the game at a deeper level. It pushes human players to new heights of skill and creativity. The relationship is becoming less about competition and more about collaboration. The lessons learned from AI in chess have implications far beyond the 64 squares. Chess was seen as a pinnacle of human intellect. The success of AI in this domain showed the power of artificial intelligence. It demonstrated that machines could excel in tasks requiring complex problem-solving and strategic thinking. This has spurred AI development in many other fields. We see AI being used in medicine, finance, science, and art. The journey of chess AI has been a roadmap for tackling other challenging problems. It has shown us what is possible. The future of AI and human competition or collaboration is a topic of much discussion. Will AI continue to surpass human abilities in more and more areas? Almost certainly. But this doesn't have to be a negative thing. If you enjoyed this, like the video and hit subscribe for more content.